Boot up the PC, my heart's in a quake. Sweaty palms gripping the mouse like a snake. Buttons mashed without a clue. In this pixel world, I'm gaming like a noob.
Hello, and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob, and I call myself S08E12. And if you subscribe to this channel, I say thank you very much. And if you're not, I say please do, it will help me out a lot. Now, it's Thursday, it's the Manchester United save, and we're going to play against Cardiff today. So, yeah, let's jump into this and let's see what we can do in our first game of this episode. Oh, it's a bit, well, late today. It takes sometimes when I press the buttons, don't it? That's not good. I hope it won't be too shoppy at gameplay day. Now, yeah, we're facing a team that 18th in the league, so we should be winning. And the players are looking fine. I think I'm going to play with these players on the pitch, and we're just going to have to take off whatever gets too tired. Or whomever gets too tired. Past meeting, should we have a look at that? Before we head out, we've actually only met them once. Interesting. So, for second time facing Cardiff, I guess it's the first time facing them at home during this save. So, let's go. So I guess it's their first Premier League season in this save. So, come on lads, we should be winning this quite easily, to be honest. We do have our best players on the pitch. It's a team that hasn't been here before. So, yeah, do it. Dressing. And yeah, let's go for that. Everybody got motivated. Kick off, skip, and we're off to the races. And it's going to be interesting to see if we can do anything here to sort of get this underway properly. Here's Stockbridge. Nope. We got some good players, I must say that. And I do feel that we are going to become a great team again. This doesn't look good though. Oof, get it away, thank you. I'm pretty sure that we have the materials to become a powerhouse again. If they only develop their star rating that they have, I believe we have so much talent, one could say, so many players with so high potential abilities that I feel that if we only can work towards getting them to reach those levels, I'm pretty sure we will have a team to dominate again. Like we did in the beginning of the save. But in the beginning of the save, as I've said before, we bought and got a hold. We were lucky to get players like Mbappe and be able to buy Erling Haaland, Jude Bellingham, Matthias de Ligt. To get a hold of those players was very lucky for us, and has proven, or should I say, made it quite easy for me to be dominating everything because I could get my hands on those players. It wasn't really easy, but yeah, we did manage to get our hands on those players. Now it's starting to get a little more difficult. Oh, let's look at this. Woodall. Oh, come on. We still have the base left of players that I knew were good, like the goalkeeper. We all know in real life he was a great player, so one can go from that. So that's what I've done in the beginning of the save, which made us into a powerhouse, but it cost us. They were expensive players to have around, especially then Haaland and Mbappe. That's why I gotten rid of them. And yeah, like I said, we still have a couple of players that's been good before. Oh, let's look at this. This isn't looking good. Ooh, thank you. Like Costa, like De Ligt, Fofana, Davis, Bellingham, Florian Wirtz, and Adeyemi. Those are all players that we knew were great players or was going to become great players. Ooh, because that's what they were in real life. And that's what people were talking about playing Football Manager. The difficult now is, of course, that now we are starting to get regions, and I can only go from the star rating and stuff like that. I can only scout them and watch them in that way, and bring them in and see what they can do in the team and stuff like that. So it's not the same thing. It is going to be a bit more difficult to build this new team up, as I've said. Ooh, let's look at this, Adeyemi. Oh, come on. But hopefully there's loads of players in the team that has potential, their potential star rating very high, and hopefully they will blossom out to become those players, and hopefully we will then have built up a new team that can dominate for a couple of years. I know that Ferguson always said that, oh yes, that most likely when you build up a good team, it lasts for 3 years, and then you need to rejuvenate it and make changes, and it can take a season or two to come back in with that and have a new 3-year dominance. Mostly because of you need to have some mixture of old and young and yeah, all that sort of things, and players retire and everything. So yeah, most likely you get 3 good or superb years, or whatever you want to say, with the team that you build up, and then you need to build up a new team. And yeah, I wonder how many of those 3 years teams Ryan Giggs were part of, because he was in every single Premier League title that United has won. From the first in 1994, I think it was, all the way up to 2013. Now I'm only counting the Premier League titles there. Adeyemi 2-0, thank you. I'm not counting Division 1 titles that were before. And now that Liverpool has won 20 titles as well as United, now we only have the only advantage we have over Liverpool is the Premier League titles, so to speak. Unfortunately, for supporters like me, for supporters like that love Liverpool, they're the lucky ones at that. But as I said, we still have that anyway. That's something. Premier League titles. Florian, some people say that you shouldn't live in the past, so yeah. But as for many supporters, that is what you will have to do. I mean, look at teams like Leeds and stuff like that. There's not many. I don't think there is many young lads starting to cheer for Leeds around the world, because it's been some time. Oh Woodall! It's been some time since they were great. Oh, it's offside. I suspected it. It's been some time since Leeds were great. They were really good in the 90s. At the end of the 90s, I think it was. Or was it the beginning of the 2000s or something like that? With Harry Kewell and the lad Paul Robinson in goal. And yeah, so on. They had a good team. But unfortunately, they overspent and missed out on too many Champions League seasons. And eventually the team collapsed because there was no more money, so they had to pretty much sell everything, and they fell through the system. Half time here. I think we're going to continue with the same team, and yeah, we're going to do some changes during the game here. Of course, Stockbridge is really tired, Florian Ritz. Yeah, we're going to have to see to it that we take care of our lads here. So there's a big chance that in the next game we're going to play with quite a lot of reserve players. I think it's a league game as well, so yeah. And I hope it's not a great team that we're going to face, but we're going to have to be a bit conservative with our, I think that's what you say, with our players. We have to take care of them, rest them in games like that, because we do have a lot of games that we're going to play. We're still in every cup, so yeah, we're going to have to rest them somewhere. And as long as we are top of the table in the league, that's where we're going to be taking our chances. Hopefully we can continue to win with our, should I say, a B team, because we have so much talent behind these lads. So we hopefully can continue to win. I think I'm going to be pausing it because I'm going to have to take out quite a few players. I think I'm going to do all three changes here now. Goes to Dovey, and what do we have on the bench? And because I do feel like Davis seems to be the most tired one, maybe even more tired than Esteves. So, but yeah, at the same time, he's going to run a lot more than Davis, I guess. Davis has been very bad as well, unfortunately. It's not been his greatest game. So let's bring in Tariq Lamptey. Now we can't do any more changes. No. So let's kick it off again and hope for no injuries or anything like that. Esteves, Woodall to Fabre. Fabre, oh, come on. Damn it. Yeah, I know, I'm 3-0 up, but I always want to score more if there's a possibility for that. Unless it was Mbappe that was scoring, because he was earning about £75,000 for every goal he scored. That was also something that made us lose a lot of money. The sad part is, of course, he's went to Chelsea, and Chelsea is supposed to be at least as rich as Manchester United, but I'm pretty sure he's not having anywhere close to the salary that he demanded from us, which is irritating as hell, I must say. Very irritating, but we have to pay higher salary than everybody else. I mean, that's one of the first things I would try to change if it was possible, keeping the salary down at Manchester United, in real life as well. I mean, we pay probably, we pay a lot more for players that are not as good as the players in City and Liverpool and all of those teams. Oh, come on! And it's sad to see. Yeah. Ooh. I believe we should have less salary, more bonuses if we win something, and not just winning a game or scoring some goals. No, we need to win the FA Cup, win the League Cup, win the Champions League, win the league. That's where the money should be for the players. Without success, why should they earn a whole lot of money? I mean, it's ridiculous. Really. Let's hire them on lower salary and give them higher bonuses if they win something with the club, if they bring trophies to us. We shouldn't be paying a lot of money to players just because they are in our club. I think that's ridiculous. Give them a decent salary and then some skyrocket bonuses if we win stuff. I think that's the way we should be going in, or they should be going. It's not, I have no control of what to do, what they do with Manchester United, of course. I'm not a glacier, whatever. So yeah, that's what I feel. It is something that they need to do in United if they ever want to win some trophies again. They have to realize that I think that the class of 92 is pretty much the last generation where we, in these big clubs, small clubs will still have it, but in these big clubs we won't have players with the heart in it in the same way as the class of 92. If we look at Gary Neville, he was a good player, really good player. The best thing about him, for me, I think he was that he never really did a bad game. His consistency was very high, so that's one of the things that made him great. But the consistency was pretty much based that he loved the club. He loved Manchester United. Beckham loved Manchester United. And he really hated for his favourite team to lose. Now, pretty much most of them are there for the money. It's a work for them. Their favourite club is probably somewhere else, some team that not able to pay them the amount of, anywhere near the amount that they get Manchester United. And yeah, so I really do think that they should have less salary and more bonuses if they win trophies, so that they get hungry for success, not just get, oh, now I'm making the money that I want to. I can take it easy. I can live well on this money for the rest of my life. So yeah, now I don't really have to fight anymore. That's a dangerous thing. Oh, no! I think he was offside, wasn't he? No, it was a... Do you mean to tell me that the keeper saved that one? That was certainly special then. I did not see that. Delict. Ah, come on, Delict. Oh well, I forgive you. Lamptey, Dovey, Favre, Bellingham, long ball from Bellingham. It's nice to have Bellingham back in the team as well. That's another one that we managed to snap up from Dortmund. I mean, try to do that in Football Manager 24. Try to get Bellingham from Real Madrid. That is pretty much an impossible thing to do. Ooh, come on, Adiemi! Oh, why did you wait to put up the pace so long? Oh well, 4-0 is a excellent result. I'm very happy with that. And I guess I'll just see you in the next game. And so we're here, second game of this episode. We are going to do a lot of changes today. Hopefully West Ham will, be easy enough for us to win against anyway, because I feel I want to rest a lot of players today. Maybe the entire squad if I can. So we're going to press this next match only, so that when we have played this game, the lineup will look exactly the same and we don't have to change everything back again. So let's start actually with the goalkeeper. And then we're going to have... we're not going to go for him. I think there should be somebody else that we should have as right back. I mean, look at Thomas Kampal or Matthew Rothwell. They have some really great potential. I think we're going to play Matthew Rothwell there. Then we have the central defenders. I think I'm going to go with Schmidt. And I think we do have, I think Tom McCarthy. No, he's tired, so I can't use him. Mike Cole is tired. Didn't we have somebody else as well? A central? I don't think Jindřich Piroš is there yet. Hello, don't we have it more? Mike Cole, that's one I was looking for. He's tired, but I think I'm going to give him the opportunity. Then left midfielder, we know who that's going to be. Drew Warburton. I think we're going to have Tariq Lamptey on the bench because he's good to, he can play on either side of the defense like that. And then should we have Fofana? I think we're going to go with Matthias de Ligt on the bench. And yes, we do have Morgan Pearce there, but I think I'm going to go with Morgan Pearce on the bench without playing Esteves. I'm going to play with Pressland there. Then we have the central midfielders here. I wonder, I think Overgaard, he's got some really good potential, but he's not there to be able to play really. I think he's just going to have to be in the under-23. Is he in the under-23, by the way? Yeah, he is. He's going to be in the under-23. Maybe even try to lend him out or something to develop a bit more. I think he needs to at least take a half a star more before I start playing him in the team. So nobody here that I feel I need to put in on the central midfield. So I guess we're going to go with Gosi Dovi, still a good player, and Alfie Devine. Oh, no, not Alfie Devine, by the way, but Alfie Devine can take Bellingham's place in the team there, and we're going to go with Sarikaya. I've given up on Torres, by the way. I feel he doesn't develop. I've given him so many chances to develop, and he doesn't. And he's 22, so I feel it's time for us to let him leave after this season. And yeah, best of luck to him. I think he has a very good potential, so, but he's getting up there in the age, and I can't keep him on just for the sake of it. Good to get rid of a foreign player as well, so easier for me to play games. Let's see. As a left, I guess there is only Patrick Favre. Yeah, I should say as well, I tried to get rid of what's his name? Let's jump down to see David McAvoy, because I feel it's time. He's 21. Maybe I should give him 1 or 2 more seasons, but I think his potential ability has fallen a bit as well. I don't know. but it feels like it. And yeah, I do have other strikers that has a lot more potential, so I just felt it was time, but he doesn't want to leave, and no club was interested in him, so yeah. Unfortunately, he's gonna stay on, because I felt it would be a good time to get some money for him. This is a very high potential star player. Maybe I should try to bring him in. Rest Adeyemi from the bench as well, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Or Woodall or Adeyemi. Woodall, Adeyemi. Woodall, Adeyemi. We're gonna go for Adeyemi. Let's rest Adeyemi. So, is there anybody else? No, I don't think. I think we've done all the changes that I wanted to do, and we're going to keep the bench as it is. And it's going to be interesting to see what Adam Ferguson can do as well. This is what worries me the most, that they are lacking in sharpness and stuff like that. It's going to be a difficult thing for Adam Ferguson with to do something great here. Adam Ferguson is something that I'm looking for something to replace, of course, and I think and hope that David Sidal, that I feel that I have spent way too much money on, but I do think he's starting to develop, because he's starting to play a lot better for Ipswich, where he's lent out to. So hopefully that will be a good thing. And but now let's see what we can do against West Ham. A completely different side than we used against Cardiff, but hopefully they will be good enough. Schmidt is raw. Stovi to Zakaria. Oh, Verbruggen brought down. Yellow card already for one of their players. That's good. And a free kick for us. Patrick Favre. And oof. Good power to that shot, I must say. But of course I am a bit worried. We've changed out so many players in the team, and according to the star rating, we really have a substandard team, of course, on the pitch. But most of them have incredible potential, so let's hope that they can do a great game here today. Favre. Patrick Favre, no. A very interesting player, that Patrick Favre. I think he can become really, really good on that left side. Oh, Cole, what did you do? Here comes West Ham. No, don't. Good. Harper. Long ball to Verbruggen. No. That defender was quicker than Verbruggen, unfortunately. But we played pretty good so far. It's an even game. Even Steven, as they say. Ooh. But I don't like it when they come in attack, of course. Good tackle. Harper. Good tackle from their player. So let's see. Oh, this is dangerous. Yep, 1-0 for West Ham. I think I'm going to be demanding more for my players, even though it is a reserve team. I don't see ourselves bringing in some players that can change the game around. I think there's too many players that are not good enough in their current abilities. So that might have been my mistake. I should have kept maybe some players, or at least used some players that I know is good enough to take care of this. Like keeping Costa in goal or something like that. But okay. They do need the time to play as well if they are to develop. So yeah. And there's so many of them that has such high potential that could be superstars, but for some reasons I'm having a hard time developing them, and I don't know if it's because they don't play enough real games, so maybe this could be help them. Schmidt, Pressland, come on Pressland, you can't give up that easy. Run for it. Might. Ooh, danger. And Ferguson saves it. That's good. So Ferguson went up from a 6.4 to first up to 6.6 and now to 6.7. So that's good. Warburton? No, Warburton was what was that? Whew, this is a tough game. West Ham is not a... Ooh, good side by Ferguson. West Ham is not a bad team, of course, and it was the highlight of the week when they were talking about this round of games in the league, so yeah. Well, Chelsea lost their last game and Liverpool played a draw, so that's also something that made me feel like I could rest players in this game, and it's a long season. There's a loads of games coming up now, and I think there is quite a few important games that's going to be played, so I'm going to have to rest players in order for them to continue to play game after game after game. And when I do that, they don't get the training, and they lose out in the long run. Oh, goal! Because if they don't train, of course, they lose. Oh, let's look at this. Oh, come on! He's really worthy of getting a goal now, Verbruggen. He's had a lot of chances to score here. Anyway, they lose their fitness, of course, when they don't train. But they are, of course, not... They are in need of rest when they play too many games, so, yeah. Oh, let's look at this. Pressland! Ah, come on, Pressland. Gotta be doing better than that. We took over the game for a little while there and created some good chances, but none of them were lethal, which is important if we want to get anything out of this game. Here's Harper. Harper. Come on, Harper. Gets it to Pressland. Pressland losing it. That's not good. And I'm looking into who am I going to change, because we're going to have to do a couple of changes. Oh, no, Verbruggen! Oh, 1-1! Finally! Oh, nice one. But I do not just want to do changes to improve the team. Because I don't think I want to do any changes to improve the team. I know that I'm going to have to bring in Delict for Cole, since Cole is very tired. He's only going to get the first half. And then I want to see. I want to bring in Tony Jenkins, and I think I'm going to bring him on for Verbruggen, actually. So yeah. And then I have one more change that I'm able to do, and I don't know if I have anybody else that I feel should be given the opportunity to play. Here's Verbruggen, Patrick Favre, Verbruggen, back to Favre. Oh, and Sakaraya Losaka. What's his name? Sarikaya. That could have been something. We've actually evened out the game, I feel. I don't feel that West Ham has had the pressure on us as much as they did have for a while there. But maybe they'll come back here now. And come on, do take care of it. Pressure them out. Ah, come on. This is not looking good. Yes. Sarikaya with a long ball towards Verbruggen. Verbruggen gets stuck down in the corner there, but he gets the ball into Pressland, to Dovey, to... Oh! Good save by their keeper. Harper, oh, come on. Some part of me wants to take out Harper instead of Verbruggen, actually, to give Jenkins the opportunity, but I wonder if Harper isn't better for this position, and that both Verbruggen and Tony Jenkins are best in that position, and that would of course be a bit unlucky, but I'm going to have a look at that. Yeah, he's going to be changed, but let the first half run its course first of all. Dressing room, and I'm going to pump my fist actually. Yeah, let's go for that. Start the second half, but before we start before we let it go let's give them 5 minutes or something. We can do this because they are not going to be changing anything more than the players. They're going to play in the same way, both of them, so let's do that. Corner, De Ligt is going to come in now then. And I'm going to give them 5 minutes for the rest of the thing here before we go into tactics. We're going to pause it when we go into tactics. I think we're going to pause it there in tactics. And we're going to have a look. And the biggest question is, of course, what do I train? Which position exactly? I do train him in that position. So I do believe I can do... Let's get this out, and I do believe I can do this then, and I can put him in a deep lying support. Good if he can play in the position that he's training for. So that's what he's going to do. Is there anybody else that are a player that doesn't get to play? No, there aren't. So now we just look at if there is anybody that needs to be changed out at this moment in time. Otherwise, I think I'm going to keep them on. Yeah, let's keep them on for a while longer. Now we have done that change. Tony Jenkins will come in. It's an 18-year-old Welsh player that I have a lot of hope for. He's got some real potential, so yeah, let's hope for the best. Warburton, Patrick Favre here, gets it in there. Pressline is there, but no. Dovey gets it out to Favre, to Warburton. Pressland! Ooh, what a save by their keeper! Oh, that was surely something. Yeah, let's do that. Mark him. Let's get it in there again. Come on, Jenkins. Sarikaya. Ooh. Come on. Come on, United. We do have one more change we can do. Pause it. Should we take Pressland or Dovey off? I think we're going to go for Pressland and bring in Morgan Pearce. There we go. That's the last change of the game. And hopefully that will give us the goal. Come on, Jenkins. Jenkins to Verbruggen. Verbruggen, can he get anywhere with it? He gets it into Sarikaya. Gets it to Dovey. Gets it out to Warburton. Warburton gets it in towards Pearce. Pearce. Oh! Another good save by their keeper. He's been playing really good, Justin Bijou. Don't let them score here at the very end, please. I wouldn't say that I'm pleased with the draw, or happy with the draw, but I would be pleased with it. But of course, I'm still hoping for us to get that late winner. But it could be West Ham that gets that one. And that would be a nightmare. And Given the players that we're using, as I said, I'm pleased with a draw if we can get that. But, of course, we're still dreaming of that win. Oh, this isn't looking good. Oh, thank you. Come on. Can we muster up one more chance, please? Seems like West Ham is. Come on, this isn't good. Ooh, danger, danger. But Ferguson got his hand on that one. But he was offside as well. Come on, let's muster up one chance, please. Schmidt, Rothwell, Morgan Pearce. Schmidt. Dowie with the long ball. Morgan Pearce on the run there, but no, it's a 1-1 draw. As I said, I'm not happy, but I'm pleased with it. So, I guess I'll just see you in the next and last game of this episode. And so we're here. Last game of this episode. Sheffield United at home. We are number 1. They are dead last in the group. And, yeah. Liverpool actually lost against Southampton at home, which is good for us. Chelsea didn't play while we drew against West Ham. So, yeah. We do have a good lead in the league at the moment, but it can all come falling down way too quickly. So we need to keep an eye on that. But we're going to have to look at how things are looking. Have to look how things are looking. You can see, I can feel that maybe we should rest De Ligt. I think I'm going to do that. Since he played, I'm not going to rest him the entire game. Maybe he'll come in on the second half or something. But just start Samuel Schmidt and, if need be, bring in Matthias de Ligt. Otherwise, he'll get a game of rest today, which he's so deserved. And yeah. Don't know about anything else though. I don't think I'm going to change anything else. We're going to keep it. Sarikaya did get very tired after that game. That I can see. So I wonder what we are to do. I think Alfie Devine's going to take that position. Or you can see that Dowie is a bit tired as well. But since he's only going to be on the bench, he's going to stay on there. But Alfie Devine is going to take on the other midfield position there. Some part of me wants to start selling off Jude Bellingham, but isn't he way too young to do that? Of course he is, 25. But everything goes down on him. Every single thing is downwards. What's he worth? 107 to 117. And he's got a high salary, 300,000 per week. And his contract runs out next year? After next season, I think it is. No, it's not. 2 more seasons he's got. Let's just say that if somebody offers me a lot of money for him, I'm going to lean at selling him, actually. Might be a stupid thing, and it might give us some problems for a season or half a season or something like that before any of these really reaches up there. But yeah, I think we would be fine without Bellingham. We did manage to survive whatever, was it 7 weeks or 7 something he was out. But I think I'm going to play like this today. And should be 3 easy points, to be honest. But you never know. So let's show him to weaker foot, dressing room. Let's go out and impress me and kick off and skip. And we're off to the races. So Sheffield United at home. Can we beat them? We should be beating them. We should be a lot better than this team. They're dead last. We're number one in the league, and we are pretty far into the season as well. We have played more than half the games, so it's not something like, oh well, they've just had a bad luck for a game or two here at the start of the season. No, we are more than halfway through the season, so they should be that type of team, and we should be title contenders this year, and it's really nice to be back as title contender. I'm very happy with the team that I've built up this time. First time I built up with a lot of getting a lot of players that I knew were good in real life. So yeah, wasn't a big problem. This time I'm building a team of known players, of course, some of them. The base, the line with Bellingham and De Ligt and those, and then a lot of regions, and the regions will be a bigger problem, of course. Es Esteves! Oh, Thiago Esteves! 1-0 for Man United. After 4 minutes, we take the lead. Thank you. And yeah, every game we win, I'm going to be happy, of course, and I'm going to have to play with a lot of reserve players in quite a few games now in the springtime here. Maybe I should balance it a bit more though. Use a mixture of youth talent and stuff, so that we have a bigger chance of winning, even against lower teams. But yeah, I don't know. Same time I feel like use the best teams when we can and the important games, and then when we play lesser teams and the players aren't fully fit, use a lot of reserve players, a lot of youth players. But yeah, I don't think this way of playing should or would be a good way to pick the teams in real life. But in the game here, it seems to be working sometimes. I've had a lot of games that we have won despite us using a lot of youth players. So it is quite... Ooh, come on, Adeyemi! Oh! Well, we always want to score more, don't we? I just want to score enough goals so I feel secure that we have the 3 points, of course. And maybe I can take out some of our more important players after the first half if we have a good lead. 1-0 is not good enough to take out any players that I feel is important for us to dominate the game. Bellingham, Stockbridge, Esteves, can he score again? No. Esteves has, I mean, he's always played with a good average rating, but considering the way he played when he burst into the team, sorry, he hasn't really done those raids on the right side where he runs and score a lot of goals like he did in the beginning. He seems to have found another good pass, and Adeyemi should have done better with that, I feel. Florian with the free kick. Stockbridge is there, but no, headed away by the defense. Here's Esteves. Esteves, Bellingham, Stockbridge, Bouget, Bellingham, Schmidt, Bouget. They are putting pressure on the players now, the ball holder. Here's Esteves. Oh, come on. Now I really do feel like we're going to win this game. It feels like it's going to be okay, but because we are dominating the game, and look at that, Bellingham just stealing the ball as well. So, but so far we've had problems with the last piece of the puzzle, and that is scoring the goals. Schmidt, Stockbridge, Schmidt, and Estevez, Woodall, Bouger, Woodall to Estevez, Estevez to Woodall, to Bellingham, back to Woodall, out to Davis, Alphonso Davis gets it in there, and there's Estevez! Thiago Estevez, 2-0. Got 20 minutes to score a pure hat-trick. If he's the next one to score, and if he scores within this half, he's gonna score a real hat-trick. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Come on. Come on, come on, United. Let's give Estevez that hat-trick. He deserves it. Davis. Florian. Gets it in there. Estevez! Ooh! Come on. You know what? If he managed to score, I think I want him to get his hat-trick. Oh! Doesn't have to be a pure hat-trick, but I want him to get his hat-trick. So, but if he scores his hat-trick in the first half here, I'm going to take him out for Morgan Pearce in the second, because I just want him to be fresh. Part of me wants to take him off anyway, because he's starting to get tired. He's done a good job today. Maybe he deserves to be taken off anyway. Fofana to nobody. That was a bit of a weird ball, I must say. There we go. Bellingham. Long ball to Adeyemi. And he scores. So I don't think I'm going to care about his hat-trick. I think he's going to, if this it's awarded, yes, in the first half, he's not going to get a pure hat-trick. So I don't care about Estevez's hat-trick anymore. I'm going to take him off in the second half. Maybe I'll give him 5-10 minutes, something like that. But he's going to come off. Morgan Pearce deserves to play as well. I think Morgan Pearce, he should be taken. He should be given the opportunity even before here. We're going to take him off and give Morgan Pearce the ability to do something. I've always felt a bit sad about keeping him off the team after him bursting into the team like he did as a young lad with a lot of potential, and I did have a lot of hope for Morgan Pearce to be a new Ryan Giggs for Manchester United. But yeah, then came Thiago Estevez, and Morgan Pearce has been losing his position in that way since, I should say. But I do believe he's still that he is a really, really good player, and he can, yeah, he can be a superstar for us. That's pretty sure about that. Davis, Bellingham, and but he's too. I think he would have been offside there if he touched the ball. Florian, Bellingham, Woodall gets it out to Bouger. Boucher gets it in, and there's Florian Wirtz. Went past a lot of players, both defensive and offensive players there. So, yeah. Morgan Pearce. Oh, Florian Wirtz. Florian. Come on. That's a good tackle by Bellingham. Florian Wirtz, who in real life now plays for Liverpool, and of course I'm hoping that he's not as good in real life as he is in Football Manager, because he's been really good for us. He can play both in the center and on the left side. in the midfield, and I'm very pleased with him so far. Fofana, a bit tired, so let's bring in De Ligt there. And I think I'm going to take out Florian Wirtz as well. And bring in Patrick Favre. I will not do what you tell me to do there. Woodall, Davis, come on. Florian, Stockbridge. Well, I shouldn't be too sad or too irritated that they don't score here. We do have a 3-0 lead, and of course the 3 points is what counts. I really wouldn't mind us just winning with 1-0. It doesn't really matter in that sense. It's just that it feels more. You can breathe out a lot easier and stuff like that if we manage to win our games. Is Chelsea behind in their game? Yes, Leicester has taken the lead against Chelsea, which, I mean, that gives us so much possibilities. Oh, Favre! That gives us, if they lose Chelsea against Leicester, that gives us a lot of potentials to actually use substandard teams in the league, because we can afford to lose some games, and that would be great now that Champions League's gonna start, FA Cup gonna start, and we have a Carabao Cup final to play against Chelsea. So that would have been super. The more points we can pull away with, the more games we can play with a team that might lose. Look at that. Morgan Pearce with a free kick. And oh, there's Jude Bellingham scoring. Thank you, Bellingham. And maybe next game we will have to do with Gosi Dovi and Alfie Devine as central midfielders, because they are really running down here. Chelsea still hasn't equalised. Let's hope they don't. Liverpool are behind against Arsenal as well, so yeah. Now I don't know if I am going to rest a lot of players from training for the next game, because I think we're going to face Aston Villa in our next game, and I could see that Aston Villa has climbed up to the 3rd position in the league. They are in a Champions League position, so I guess they're going to be a tough team to beat with some of the reserve players. So maybe I should aim for the first resting here now. But we win this 5-0. Feels good, and Morgan Pearce managed to get an assist, played very well as well, and Patrick Favre managed to get a goal. And taking a look at Morgan Pearce like this, I mean, he's Welsh, look at his flair, I mean, stuff like that, his technique, so that made me feel, and he's Welsh, I mean, this could be the perfect new Ryan Giggs, but on the right side instead of the left side. But yeah, it looks like he's reached his full potential, but I'm not going to give up on him either anyway, and I feel like he plays well for us, so he's contracted to 31 as well, and hopefully he will stay on after that as well. So yeah. But that was that. Let's go for outstretched arms and do what the assistant's recommendation is, and we continue. Gonna have a little look at the financial situation and stuff here now before we end this episode. You can see here, did Chelsea manage to lose? Yes. Chelsea lost against Leicester, which means we are now 10 points ahead, or since they have one less game played, so let's say we are 7 points ahead, so we can lose 2 games and still be top of the table. Now I don't want to lose 2 games, but We can risk it with a lot of reserve players. You can see Aston Villa have climbed up to 3rd position now. They have surpassed Liverpool since Liverpool lost against Arsenal, and Villa did beat West Ham. So, yeah. It's going to be nice to... I'm looking forward to this season. I think we have a lot to give here and a lot to do. You can see we have 3 days of just training, and then we have Aston Villa there. We have an under-23 game there. It's that Papa John's trophy, isn't it? Oh well. But yeah, let's have a look at the news before we move on here. 5-star United triumph. Adeyemi set for a goal bonus. Disappointed humble defeat. Shea update here. Had a fine game. That's good. Maybe he can develop. Ipswich Zidal. This is what I'm talking. He had a fine game again. So I'm really hopeful that David Zidal will be the player to take over, or to at least get into as a reserve. Maybe he can take over the reserve situation already next season, and we can try to get rid of Adam Ferguson and try to find a new youth keeper to keep up, to try and find a future keeper to take over once Costa ends his career and David Zidal takes over. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. I can also see myself keeping, even lend out David Zidal next season as well to develop, because to be honest, Costa is not going to retire next season. He's going to keep on for a couple of seasons. And I don't think David Zidal is where Adam Ferguson is. But if you look at David Zidal's potential ability, it's a lot higher than Adam Ferguson. Adam Ferguson has 3 stars potential. So he's pretty much as good as he can be. And yeah, for me, might not be good enough. We're going to be praising Bellingham. Phelan talks there. Scouting update. I have loads of players on the shortlist, so I don't really know who this is. Jonathan Sparing. Let's have a little look. Look-see. Seems to have reached his potential almost. A left defender. Those are always interesting. But where does he play? Tottenham. And what's his worth? Way too much money. Should be if his contract expires, but that's way into the future as well. Maybe I should take him off the transfers list. I'll keep him. It doesn't bother me there. Hibernian Clark update. Mike Clark that we've sent out on loan there. Came off the bench to have a fine game. That's good. I mean, his potential is... it's a potential that I can consider to sell, actually, because I do want them to have at least 4 stars as potential once they reach... I mean, if he were here somewhere in current abilities, I would have kept him. But he's 20 years old. I mean, I haven't said I'm going to sell him right now, but he's 20 years old. Maybe I'll give him a year or 2 to reach some of his potential here. But I feel like he's getting up age. The potential ability is not that great that I want to keep him till he's 25, 26 before he reaches it. That's just what I'm saying. I'm not saying that his potential is bad, because it is quite good. But a player that hasn't developed more than what he has, yeah, I guess you understand what I'm saying there. So let's have a look at the finances. almost 50 millions. We have lost 21 million so far this month. And that's one of the reasons why it would be nice if we could have sold David McAvoy for 23 million, but nobody wanted him, so yeah, that wasn't to happen. I guess we do pay, let's have a look at the expenditures, transfers. Yeah, we haven't bought any players, what I know, this month, but, or maybe we did buy one. Can't remember. Anyway, we really don't, so it could be clauses where we're still paying for players. I do sign way too many clauses, I should say, when I buy players. It's very irritating, because it does cost us a lot before the season is over. And it cost us seasons ahead. It could be a couple of seasons ahead. And I just feel it, especially with the Welling save, I can feel some real problems with signing players like that, because it really do take a bite out of our finances every time we have to pay those clauses. And yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Vision, you all know our vision, and that we have yeah, leadership course. I think that was Rowan Pressland. Is he already done with that? Is it only one day? I thought it was more than that. Club info. We do know most about everything here. We do know that it's Sensomi Trollbeard being the manager, Delict being the captain, and Jude Bellingham being the vice captain. Key player is Karim Adeyemi, and hot prospect Samuel Schmidt. And yeah, interesting everything for me at least. And as we see here, top of the table, 10 points ahead of Chelsea, even though they have a game in hand. So that's going to be interesting. Champions League, we're going to face off against Atletico Madrid. And that's going to be a tough one. FA Cup, Swansea. I think Swansea is in the Championship. Yes. Mid-table Championship team. We should beat them. And of course, Carabao Cup final, we're going to play against Chelsea. And that's going to be a tough one. We did lose the Community Shield on penalties against Chelsea, so we don't want to lose the Carabao Cup as well. Schedule, let's have a look at who we're going to play in the next episode. It's going to be Aston Villa at home, Fulham at home, and then the FA Cup game at home against Swansea. And interesting with 3 home games, maybe that could do something for our financial situation, which could, well, it can't be bad for us to play at home, let's put it that way. And as I've said there, with resting players and stuff like that, we can see here that we're going to get a lot of games that's going to be important in a very short while. I mean, sure, all the way to Forest, there shouldn't be a problem to Leeds there, I should say. But after the Leeds game, we're going to play Atletico, and then just 5 days later, we have the final there, and then pretty close into that. Oh, is it that far away? It's not going to be that hard with the days, I see. They've put some real amount of, I mean, is it 3 weeks from the first to the second game in the Champions League there? I didn't know that. I thought it always was 1 week in between, but all right. I was shocked. I thought it was 2 because I could see so many games in between. I thought, oh, it's 2 weeks before we're going to play the second leg. but it's 3 weeks, so that gives us quite some time to rest and stuff like that. So it's not going to be that problematic, to be honest. We're going to have to take us through this end of January here, and before, I mean, if we get ourselves through the next 3 games, because the next 3 games is very tightly scheduled. So if we go through, if we manage to go safely through the next 3 games, I think we're going to be fine. But yeah, interesting. Not long left of the season, and it is a weird situation here when you start to get a lot of important games, and you feel, oh, there's not a lot left of the season, and feels both ways, to be honest. It feels interesting and exciting to finally start to getting to the closure and see where we could be this season, and how things will end up, if we manage to win stuff or not. It's going to be a heck of a ride here. But it also is very interesting in the start of the season to just try to find out, will there be anyone of the youth players that will take his step into the club or into the first team, I mean, and start producing and get a lot of games there or not. So much fun to when you start the season, and when the season gets to the spring here, where we get so many interesting games. Could find it a bit boring, actually, in the middle there, in the end of October, November there, and then all the way up till you finish January. But yeah, gonna be fun, I think. The situation with injuries, we do not have anybody injured. We do have a lot of risk assessments here. Very high risk for Bellingham, Andy Stockbridge. I mean, honestly, I do not know if it is that I train them too high. Most of my training schedules, I should say, is based off that Sealand training situation, where his advice about the training. So yeah, that's mostly where my training are based. I mean, the Saturday game is his schedule pure through, and I think pre-season training is the one that he recommended as well. And still we have this, which is a bit concerning. But anyway, let's look ahead. We could see the schedule here if we go in here and we go send Saturday. This is the one that was recommended from or by Sealand to do. So yeah, maybe they should be getting more rest or something, since they do have all these very high risk elements. But yeah, that's not to be now. I'm gonna have to take a deeper look at that. 4 days until the next game. Now, maybe I should, because I don't think I have mentioned that in this, in my saves, but I have seen that Football Manager 26 is supposed to come out this year. Now, there's been so little info, and it's just been a little trailer, so I really haven't bothered talking about it. I want to see more from it, and definitely want to see the match engine before I do a deep dive or an episode where I actually talk a lot about Football Manager 26. But as it looks, or what they've said, it's going to come out this year, and I'm very happy about that. I hope that they, since they've had yet a complete year to continue it, I think that, or I hope that they at least have brought back the possibility to manage international games, and maybe even actually shouting, sideline shouting, or for the manager to be able to shout at the players. I hope that's back as well. Now, we never did get a game where they were taken off, but hopefully, as I've said, they will be included in Football Manager 26 since they've had that entire year. If they haven't put that in, I'm still going to be worried that it's going to be a very buggy game, because that means that they've had an entire year and the only thing that they managed to do is get the game to be better, to be working better, because obviously it wasn't a working game because they had to cancel it. So yeah, I hope they've been able to do some inclusion of those things, since they've hopefully been done with getting the game to work in the springtime, and or maybe even in the summer at least, or something like that. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I guess that's all I had in this episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode. Do like, subscribe, leave a little comment down below, share with your friends. Stay safe out there, have heaps of fun, and I'll just end with bye 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 bye.
Boot up the PC, my heart's in a quake. Sweaty palms gripping the mouse like a snake. Buttons mashed without a clue. In this pixel world, I'm gaming like a noob. Loading screen feels like eternity's grasp. Spawning in with hope and newbies gasp. Teammates groan when they see my name.